大家好，欢迎你回到 CHI 113的频道，我是高老师。今天我们要开始学第4课对话2。第4课说什么？好的，跟我说爱好。爱好。Hey everybody, welcome back to CHI 113. In this pre-class video, we'll be focusing on Lesson 4, Dialogue 2, which is all about hobbies, or in Chinese, 爱好. So as always, if you watch the video and do what it asks you to do, you will be able to accomplish the following learning objectives. Number 1, you should be able to understand, be able to pronounce, using correct tones, all of the assigned vocab words from Lesson 4, Dialogue 2. Number 2, you should be able to read and fully comprehend the dialogue on your own. Number 3, you should have a basic understanding of the dialogue's main grammar points, and there are 2 that we will focus on here today. And number 4, you should be able to read and write all of the characters from Lesson 4, Dialogue 2, before our next class's in-class quiz. 准备好了吗？好的，我们开始吧。So let's begin preparing for the next class session by first listening to the audio of our new vocab words. And again, please try your best to mimic the pronunciation of the speaker out loud.
Lesson 4, Dialogue 2. Vocabulary. 1.
小
Small, little. 2.
好久
A long time.
好
Very,
久
long of time. 3.
不错
Pretty good.
错
Wrong. 4.
想
To want to. Would like to. To think. 5.
觉得
To feel. To think. 6.
有意思
Interesting.
意思
Meaning. 7.
只
Only. 8.
睡觉
To sleep.
睡
To sleep.
觉
Sleep. 9.
算了
Forget it. Never mind. 10.
找
To look for. 11.
别人
Other people. Another person.
别的
Other.
Please go back now and listen to this audio at least 2 to 3 more times, repeating out loud what you hear. Let's move on now to listen to the audio from the textbook dialogue. To follow along in your own textbook, please turn to page 114.
Lesson 4, Dialogue 2. Would you like to play ball?
小高，好久不见，你好吗？
我很好，你怎么样？
我也不错。这个周末你想做什么？想不想去打球？
打球？我不喜欢打球。
那我们去看球，怎么样？
看球？ 我觉得看球也没有意思。
那你这个周末想做什么？
我只想吃饭、睡觉。
算了，我去找别人。
Please go back and listen to this audio at least 2 more times, just to make sure you can fully understand what both speakers are saying. We've covered a lot of vocab words in Lesson 4, so don't forget to use Quizlet. It's a really helpful and effective method for helping you better remember all of our new vocab words. So to start practicing our new vocabulary words from Lesson 4 Dialogue 2, please scan the QR code on your screen or click on the link below in the description section of the video. So now let's look at the first grammar point, and that is this modal verb 想, meaning to want to. So if you look on the screen here where the orange arrow is, Wang Peng says this, 我也不错，这个周末你想做什么？想不想去打球？ So let's look a bit closer at this grammar point. It's important to remember that 想 does have several meanings, but in this lesson, it primarily indicates a momentary desire to do something, to want to do something. For example, 我周末想去看电影。我周末想去看电影. Right, this weekend, I want to go watch a movie. Let's look at this example. 你想听音乐吗？你想听音乐吗？ Do you want to listen to music? If you didn't, you would say, 我不想听音乐。我不想听音乐. But what if you wanted to? How would you say that? You could say, 我想听音乐. I want to listen to music. So let's compare 想 to the verb we've already studied, 喜欢, meaning to like. And it's important to note that they are not the same. 喜欢, as the slide says here, indicates a habitual preference that doesn't typically change over time. It's something that you just like to do. While 想 is going to describe a desire for you to do something at a specific time. It's also important to remember that if a noun follows 想, then it means to miss. And this is very different than 喜欢. So if you were going to say 我想家, that means you miss your family. Or 我想妈妈, meaning I miss my mother. 好，我们来练习. Let's practice. Try filling in the blanks with either 喜欢 or 想. So for the first one here, the correct answer would be 喜欢, right? 我喜欢唱歌, right? It's a habit. I like to sing. 可是现在我不想唱歌. So 想, as it suggests above, indicates a desire to do something at a specific time. And here we have our specific time. It's right now. 现在. So this would be 想. Let's try another one. So this one begins 我, and then the correct answer would be 喜欢. 我喜欢中国电影. I like Chinese movies. 可是我明天, here's our time, 我明天想看一个美国电影. Right? But tomorrow I want to watch an American movie. Let's look at another example. So here, the first one is going to be 喜欢 again, because you can like a person. So here it's 我喜欢她, I like her. 所以我想问她喜不喜欢我. So I want to ask her if she likes me. It's something that you want to do at a specific moment in time. That's the main difference between 喜欢 and 想. Now let's look at the final grammar point that we want to focus on in this pre-class video. And that is the verb 觉得, which you will use a lot. So the verb 觉得 appears in the dialogue where the orange arrow is. 高文中 says 看球我觉得看球也没有意思 So this 觉得 means to feel or to have an opinion or to give comment about something. For example, if I asked you 你觉得这个电影怎么样? Right? What do you think about this movie? 你觉得这个电影怎么样? You could say, if you liked it, you could say 我觉得这个电影很有意思很有意思 Or you could say 我觉得这个电影很好 Or 我觉得这个电影很好看 These are all positive things to say about this movie. Let's try another one. 你觉得中国菜怎么样? 你觉得中国菜怎么样? You could say 我觉得中国菜很好吃我觉得中国菜很好吃好吃 means delicious to eat, right? Meaning delicious. So let's use the images below to try to describe whether or not the people enjoy doing the following activities. What about number 1? The person obviously enjoys reading, so we could say, if you were her, you would say, 我觉得看书很有意思 Or you could say, 我觉得看书很好 In number 2, we're going to say that the people, or that I, don't like to watch movies. Or I think watching movies are boring. You could say, 我觉得看电影没有意思 So now let's look at the main difference between 觉得 and the modal verb 想. So 觉得 can be translated as to think and normally expresses your opinion or it's a comment you're going to make about something. 想, on the other hand, is used to express a desire, particularly at a specific moment, or if it's followed by a noun to show that you miss someone or something. See if you can figure out which one you're supposed to use in these sentences. So for number 1, should we use 觉得 or 想? Here you'd use 想, right? I want to eat Chinese food. 我想吃中国菜. If you said 我觉得吃中国菜, it would seem like your sentence is incomplete because you have yet to tell us what your opinion is about eating Chinese food. What about number 2? Is it 觉得 or is it 想? Again, this here would be 想, right? I miss my family. 我想家人. What about number 3? Here, you're giving your opinion, right? You're saying that American movies are uninteresting. So because you're giving your opinion, the correct answer would be 觉得. You would say 我觉得美国电影没有意思. So to review the grammar points that we studied in this pre-class video, please do look on pages 118 to 119 in your integrated Chinese textbook. And now that you've got a basic understanding of the grammar points for next class, you feel comfortable pronouncing the assigned vocab words using the correct tones, and you're able to read the dialogue all by yourself, now it's time to start practicing writing the characters for next class session's dictation quiz. Let's look at the first one. 小, 小, meaning small or little. 好久, 好久, meaning a long time. 不错, 不错, meaning not bad, pretty good. 想 meaning to want to, would like to. 觉得 meaning to feel or to think. 有意思 meaning interesting. 只 meaning only. 睡觉 meaning to sleep. 算了 meaning forget it. Never mind. 找 meaning to look for. 别人 meaning other person or another person. If you're missing Wang Peng and would like to be able to watch all of the dialogues from our textbook, you should check out this website, which is provided by the language department at St. Paul's School. When you scan the QR code or click on the link below in the description section of this video, you'll be able to watch all of the videos produced by the Integrated Chinese Textbook Series, and you can always follow along in your own textbook. Enjoy! And finally, once you feel comfortable with the new vocab words, characters, and grammar points from Lesson 4 Dialogue 2, don't forget to take the Lesson 4 Dialogue 2 pre-class practice quiz in Canvas before our next class session. 好的，谢谢大家，下次见，再见。